What up? What up? What up, Macheads and Maniacs? What's going on? Yeah, it's time for a little haircut. Shaved up a little bit. Time to get some stories together for y'all. I really just haven't been feeling it, man. My chest been out the move, so I've been out the move. But what's up, though? What's going on? Can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. Shit, you be loyal up in here tonight, huh? Give me 55 seconds and Southside Compton will be up in here. Michael Jeffries, what up, homie? I was thinking about you today, man. Wondering if I should have gave you that Green Bay minus the points pick today. Cardo Ramirez, what up, what up, what up? Taking no prisoners. Why would I? I'm not the CDC, man. What Babyface Lokes at, though? Jerry Allen, see, to go Southside, 55 seconds. What I tell you? I think that's his routine. I'm looking for Babyface Lokes tonight, though. What up, Big Lee? What's up, homie? Hope you ain't working too hard on overtime tonight. Jerry Allen, that's what's up, man. Perlana, what you doing up in here so early? You looking for another cash out? Kev, what you think about that Willie McGinnis situation? I'm familiar with the Willie McGinnis situation. If all the different sets use the Yankee, why don't nobody use the Mets? Same local. I don't know. People wear the Mets. I mean, I showed a picture of my brother with a Mets hat on once. I don't know, bro. Probably because we wasn't Mets fans. I don't know. Eagle fan in the house, a real one or a fake one. Mr. Goodfella, the good fella. Looking out, bro. You've been tired, kid. Maybe chill out on the 6 count burpees. Man, I could do a 1 count, one burpee. What you talking about? Compton neighborhood used the Mets. Steelers Nation. Turning in all the way from Iraq. Hell yeah, I am. Got 2.5 hours left. That's what's up. Happy Christmas, happy holidays to you, bro. I was actually looking for Babyface Lokes because Babyface, if he was wanted to represent grapes, like he could get them bomb ass purple Air Forces, right? And get the purple KMV hoodie to go with it and be fresh out there in Watts. I've seen Neighborhood, Nutty Block, all wearing the NY hats. There's a video of McGinnis and some people beating somebody with the bottle, whooping a dude in a restaurant. Shit, probably deserved it. Because I'm sure McGinnis ain't on steroids no more, is he? Fly Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Oh, that's how we doing it with the Eagles now? Okay. Let me see, that look don't look right? Somebody said it's the Chiefs Kingdom. So I take it you guys trying to talk about sports tonight, right? Is that what I'm feeling? We talking sports tonight, y'all? Just got where's OG Steve? Okay, OG Steve's in the building. Cowboys gonna win what? With that defense, what they gonna win? One playoff game? Let's talk ungrateful kids. Oh my goodness. Is that like a disease going around now? I talk to my homies that I know are the best fathers that I know. And they say their kids are ungrateful, disrespectful. So it ain't just me. And it ain't just you, Robert. Good conversation, but I don't know what else to say other than they're ungrateful. Antoine Foster, what up? Good looking out, Mr. White. Who's gonna play shortstop and third base for our Dodgers? Great question. I seen Turner went to Boston. The other Turner went to Philly. So we gotta fill up a whole new left side. You see, Manny Machado is leaving San Diego next season. Manny said, screw that. It's too much money out there. I'm out of here. Greed, the greed of these baseball players. I don't know about that, Suge, man. Your intuition is probably a bit off on that one. Then, I think everybody's a good guy because I find the good in everybody. But damn, he could have been a whole lot better. I ain't complaining though, but shit, he could have been better. I guess the farm system is stacked. Yeah, the farm system stacked. I think we got like 25, 28 players ready for the big leagues. Yeah, I think we got 25 players in our minor league system that's ready for the big leagues. So we can definitely trade some talent away. But we'll see. We got Syndergaard, my closest baseball friends. They not happy with Syndergaard, but I am. We wasn't Romeo Miller ungrateful. Man, now that's the case of spoiled. When you grow up that spoiled and you can complain and be mad at your pops now, yeah, that's a different type of ungrateful. You're right. I don't know, man. It's definitely different. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what part of the globe you're from or your experience. Ain't no doubt about it. It's way different now, bro. It's way, way different. Kids don't want to call you. Kids don't want to talk to you. Man, it's bad, homie. It's really bad. All they do is want. Could you imagine those of you that's near my age? Us asking moms to buy us a cell phone and we play video games all day? Man, they will go crazy. Boy, you gonna get out here and go get your own damn cell phone? I mean, that's a lot of money for a cell phone nowadays, right? Even back in our day when cell phones came out, we had cell phones before our parents. Our parents didn't have cell phones. We had to get out there and hustle. We grew up during the golden years, so we could go get our own money. Plus, you had chip phones and shit. But nowadays, the kids want whatever the parent got. Like the parent can't be fresh and have a brand new cell phone without the kids getting one. What the hell? Man, this nigga here. I don't believe you, Buck. Buck, you've been on me for the last few days. And now you want to slide me something, Buck? Good looking out. So, aunties come through every now and then, right, Buck? Somebody told me my job as a dad is to pay and pray. Shit, you ain't lying, nigga. You got that part right. Not the beepers. I reserve judgment regarding Romeo and Master P's relationship. I mean, shit, me too. But I can still say the dude is spoiled, right? Like Master P said, he broke him off. And basically what Master P was saying was you could still get broke off because he said all you got to do is call and ask. Like they expect you in your 30s to still be breaking you off without you asking. That's crazy. Like at some point you got to grow up and be a man. You got to be your own man. But yeah, I'm sure it runs deeper than asking for some money. They got a lot of stuff going on. And Master P tripped me out. He kept saying, I don't want to do this in public. I didn't want to do this in public. Master P, you're doing it in public. Man, that's hilarious. Man, look here, man. You say your mom stopped buying clothes and supplies when you was 14. Guess what? I got Christmas presents, but I had to go all them years without. I'm wearing hand-me-downs, nigga. I'm wearing hand-me-down. I'm wearing raggedy shoes and shit. Like I said once before, if you ask me how I dressed in junior high school, before I actually start digging in my old photos and everything and really digesting life, man, I thought I used to be G'd up. I thought I used to be cripped down. Man, I was a bum. I was a straight bum wearing the same clothes over and over. I was only fresh on probably Fridays. Like whatever I wore Monday, I probably wore again on Wednesday. Whatever I wore Tuesday, I probably wore on Thursday. Chuck Taylor's old and dusty as hell. Khakis so old they ain't even got a crease in them. And you know back then how much starch we used to put on khakis. Only thing probably was fresh on me was my corduroys, man. Kept them corduroys fresh. And then our school shoes was my play shoes too. That's why I had dirty shoes and old beat up shoes. But I wasn't complaining. I just remember I told you moms took me to Zodi's to get some pro kids one time, man. Are you serious? These kids now wouldn't dare walk in Zodi's and come out with no pro kids. Because I did. I tell you, I threw them away. I wore them once because I needed some type of shoes. The second time I wore them, it was a wrap. I threw them things away. I'm going to see if I could find a picture. I doubt it, though, because back then I was young and probably didn't take no picture of no damn yellow pro kids. Man. Yeah, we talked about that. I didn't shop at Payless, homie. I mean, didn't really have a choice at Sears, right, or Fedco, but I wasn't going up in Payless or Buster Brown's. Yeah, went up in J.C. Penney's a few times. Keith Claus, you didn't have a choice of what you was gonna wear because they didn't make no shoes your size but pro wings. You look like a pro wing. You look like you could fly through the air, nigga, like a chicken. You put your damn arms out. You would and did get clowned for wearing pro wings. Yeah, struggling definitely builds character. It also builds robbers. It builds jackers. It builds thieves. It builds embarrassment. It builds a lot of things, bro. Yeah, character would be one of them. Moms have to hit up that old layaway. And then you know what's crazy? Like, ain't nobody going to admit their mama used to go turn a trick to make sure they could have some nice school clothes. Like, I know because moms had this play sister that was my play auntie. And I used to listen to them talk, man. Don't act like your moms wasn't going to screw somebody to make sure you was fresh at school, nigga. Or don't tell me you was that out the loop that you didn't know. So I'm vindicated. I feel vindicated when I think about how poor I grew up. I used to wear Boys Market bubble gums. Damn, homie. I would have took you up under my wing, like, come on, homie, let's go through a house. Let's ditch school today and go through a window, man. At least go get you somebody's used shoes out their closet, man, other than bubble gums from the market. Oh, what's up, B-Rat? B-Rat, good to see you still around, homie. I'm glad to see you, B-Rat. Yeah, the painful truth, man. This nigga mama shopping on aisle 9 at Ralph's. Nigga, that's why your feet hurt now. Worse was taking the paper food stamp money to buy. Bro, when I had food stamp money, nigga, I wasn't going in the store when I seen any homies or any classmates. I'll just stand outside, nigga, like I'm tying my shoes or I'm on the payphone. Soon as they leave, nigga, I'm gonna run up in there real quick and spend my food stamp money, man. Y'all don't want to talk about growing up poor, man. Master P's son had it great. Dude should not be complaining, man. Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. How about when you used to go up in the market with the $2 food stamp book and you got to steal something too. So now you're in there with food stamps and you stealing. The old 2-for-1 donut move. Well, I'm gonna get the honey bun. I'm gonna get some chips, some now laters, all that old good stuff a kid used to get. And I don't have enough for this. This paper money ain't enough. So I got to put something in my pocket. We don't know Romeo's lifestyle. I can't speak on it. We're not talking about his lifestyle. We talking about the money he had, the money he seen. It's a good thing that I'm rapping because if I wasn't for the rapping, I'd be macking. Should cut it out, should. Y'all generation was ashamed of food stamps. This generation brag on food stamp. Crazy how things turn. For real, man. Real talk. I had a homie, and I hope he ain't watching because he watches kevmacvideos. But we were in elementary school. So, brain ain't fully developed. We don't really know what different things mean. But then some of us that had a little bit of sense, we could put two and two together. And you know how the teachers would why do teachers ask about your parents' occupation anyway? Like that's some nosy shit. Why do y'all care what our parents do in elementary? But anyway, they would always ask, what do your parents do? Your parents' occupation. And one of my homies said his mom was a domestic engineer. Man, most people didn't get it. A couple of us, we laughed our ass off. Man, we talked about that shit for about the next 2 elementary years and the next 3 junior high school years, man. That shit was hilarious. But yeah, we was ashamed, man. We grew up ashamed, especially because, like y'all, and I don't want to call y'all dumbasses or idiots or ignorant, but you're not educated on what we grew up at. You think the green grass and because you're next to Windsor Hills and View Park that you grew up spoon-fed. You grew up with money. You grew up rich. Well, if on food stamps and wearing raggedy chucks when you were a kid and hand-me-down clothes, all my siblings wore hand-me-down clothes except for probably my oldest brother and my other brother. You feel me? And nights with no heat, nights with no water, nights with no lights. No, not all week, you know what I'm saying? But when moms would come home with them candles, I knew what time it was. When I seen candles, nigga, we not finna have no light tomorrow, nigga. That was my cue. But see, if I extrapolate on that Easter crib, people would think I'm tripping, right? Well, the thing is this, like, I'm not ashamed now. I actually think it's funny. And, you know, the struggle builds character. And it's a good life experience because a lot of people grow up with money. They become suicidal when the money run out. A lot of people that grew up with money become very disrespectful when they don't have money no more. They start assassinating characters and that type of stuff. But with me, the reason why I was embarrassed because the stigma of us being in a middle class neighborhood and we have all these nice things. The stigma that's put on us blacks in the black community back in the 70s and 80s, you want to live up to them titles. And that's not always the case. I don't have any family from Louisiana, but yeah, I have a cousin in Louisiana. Well, I mean, you go way back in our roots. We got some Louisiana way back in our roots here, 1800s. Yeah, somebody said that shit. I never understood that one. Yep, that's true too, Keith Claus. Although my parents didn't do it when I was young, my father did it when I was in jail. When I had that 3 strike case, my father hurry up and ruin my credit. Even when I went to prison, but that was more my fault. I gave my father one of my credit card, my Discover card. But when I was facing 3 strikes, man, Pops wore my credit out. They got me living in Memphis. I ain't never lived in Memphis. Some of that shit still show up on my credit to this day, and he's gone. He ain't even around. I can't even yell at him no more. I can't even tell him how cold he is no more. Miss 702, what's up? What it do? Really, 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 man. Kev, do you have any family Columbus? I never heard of no Columbus roots. No. Oh, I finally got to see that dude that y'all be asking about, man. I thought y'all say I should interview. I seen this channel. Yeah, I seen one video. F Rock, my uncle would do that shit too. All the utilities. I don't know if I told y'all one time. Maybe I'll tell a story about it. My brother-in-law had moved to Florida. This is when I was driving a school bus, and I got 3 warrants, man. No, I take that back. I wasn't even driving the school bus yet. My bad. I wasn't even driving yet, and I had 3 warrants. Bro-in-law got my information. He had to get it from my sister, or he caught us slipping when Moms was at work and went through all her shit. He got all my information, and he's out in Florida rocking my name. And when I find out and I talk to the courts, I'm like, I don't even drive yet. I don't even have a license yet. The fool had my name, my birthday, all that old stuff. That was cold. So yeah, we not only mess people's credit up, we get people warrants. I didn't have my brother do me like that, my brother-in-law. Yeah, Louisiana. Vikings all day. North Michigan. Okay, so now we got all these Eagle fans and Viking fans, right? It wasn't that long ago, everybody hated Cousins. It wasn't that long ago, Big U was the only nigga on social media betting on the Vikings. Now we got Viking and Eagle fan. Okay, green and purple. All right, that's cool. Yep, thanks for your support. We just graduated to YouTube tonight, and it's 7:02. Mm. Big B Rat, man, what took you so long to get to YouTube, homeboy? You got people just coming straight to YouTube, nigga. They skip Instagram and lives and everything, go straight to YouTube. What took you so long, man? One of my cousins from Egypt stole my identity. I beat him senseless after I got out of all that trouble. He got me in. Hey, man, look, man. That block cheese was the greatest invention ever for poor people. Just make sure you wrap it up real good after you use it. Because if you leave it in that fridge too long, yeah, you wasn't gonna cut. You would need a hacksaw to cut through that cheese. I use our cheese to put in the mouse traps. I take a little piece of cheese out, stick it in the mouse traps, man. It was fun watching the mice die. 612 South Minneapolis. However, I'm indifferent regardless the Vikings. Compton Girl, make it happen. What y'all want Compton Girl to do? Compton Girl ain't even subscribed to the channel, I don't think. Are you, Compton Girl? Are you subscribed? Oh, we got Henny Guy slick back up in here. Henny Guy, what up, homeboy? We got I Love My Wife in here tonight. Kev, text Alicia. Tell her we live. She didn't get her notification. I don't have Alicia's number on me. I don't have Misha G's number. Sorry, I can't do that. Kenny B. Working, homie. But we here now, live every Monday night at 8. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Vikings had 2 instant classes this season. Biggest comeback in the history of NFL. How dope is that? We're going to probably be talking about that game for a long time. Similar to that Oilers-Bill game. Oh, good looking out, man. Man, look here, man. We don't want to hear about the Niners, man. We do not want to hear about the Niners, bro. Bam, what up? What up, front hood? Bam. What's up with you, man? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, check this out, Bam. Watch this. Big Kev Mac. Daps, good evening, my brother. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Easter deal, Easter deal. Matt Ryan can't hold a big lead for nothing. Matt Ryan always losing leads, right? Poor Matt Ryan. I remember the Houston Oilers versus Buffalo Bills game. Yeah, I lost money on that game. That might be the first time I almost lost my baby mom. I love Bam sayings. I've started to adopt them, but I always cite my source, OG Bam. No plagiarism around here, right? Like we don't steal other names and names for the goons, right? We are original around here, right, Bam? This is a no PC zone, no rolling it up. Thank you, Bush. Still can't get over that Raiders pass game. I got over it quick, man. It's pathetic. Thurman Thomas was called. Where my Bang Bang Niner gang at? Shaniqua, Devil, and a bunch of other bandwagoners. They're taking the night off, man. Like, I think they celebrating another Ram loss, man. Yeah, that might be one of my quotes. What's up with all this Buffalo Bill talk? You know what? Bills Mafia, I give them that. They fans been around. I give Bills Mafia that. Y'all got a good team this year, too. Y'all been in the playoffs 5 straight years. That's big for y'all. My man said he remember watching a football game from the detention center. Okay. I'm going to have to turn you on to Shaniqua. She's a ride or die, too. Cowboys, regardless of that last loss. Well, at least you're still talking. Like most Cowboy fans ain't said shit since that loss. Yeah, big rebound. I don't know why people say he did, though. Cowboys went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times, too. Eyeball Torres, what's up, homeboy? Bills are okay, but they're not doing it this year. Who you got coming out the AFC? The Chiefs? Dolphins? Who's going to knock the Bills out of it? I don't remember exactly when that happened. I do remember it happened, but I don't remember it having anything to do with the Tyson Holyfield. I don't have the sharpest memory around here. Frank White, what up? My man said that been over with. Wow. I don't know, man. If the Cubs can win and the Dodgers could win, anybody could win, man. Corey Red, what up, homeboy? No, the Cowboys don't have no reason to have their heads down. Absolutely not. They should actually have their heads up. They should be proud of the team. But they should be real concerned about their defense. They should be extra concerned about Dak Prescott. They should be calling for the backup right now. And like every year, a new coach or offensive coordinator. I don't think the Cowboys can beat the Eagles, man. But I think the Cowboys go home before the Super Bowl. That's what I think. I don't even think they're ready for the Niners no more, man. I don't even think the Cowboys could beat Minnesota. What made y'all want to talk football tonight? Because it's Monday night. Patriots' worst decision was bringing back Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. Good fella, man. Like I said, whenever you need a pick, just hit me up, man. We got to find a way to get an email list or a phone list so we have one group chat, man. Then I can stay more in tune with you guys, man. Goldie's two favorite stories. Monster Cody's egg sandwich. Tookie, I knew, ate the egg. Kevin Roscoe break in. Is you a cat? Roscoe was a funny dude. Y'all don't have no idea how funny Roscoe was. Roscoe was a funny dude, man. Lakers was making noise. AD hurt again. They won without AD last game. Did you see the play where he got hurt? It don't even look like nothing happened. It looked like he just said, "Oh, I'm out. Take me out. Let me get this money." Right? I don't know if I'm gonna do 3 hours. I had a homeboy clown me this morning. He said, "Man, he said he been watching me all the time." He said, "But I can't do 5 hour lives." Clowning me like, put extras on how long we go live, yo. Why do Underground Crips got the after the 107? 107. Got tired and decided to ride the pond. Man, I don't think he was tired, man. I think he just wanted some free money. Cop the girl, all mines. Contact, no copies. CJ. Oh, look at CJ. Sko was funny, but Sko could be a beast. Ain't no question about could. Sko was a beast. One of my favorite stories about Roscoe that I wasn't there is when you told me him and Coop was tearing up the lockers, tearing up the dorm. I like the way you told me that story, and I expect nothing less out of Roscoe. Roscoe was a damn fool. Yeah, I really wish more of the audience actually knew Roscoe so they can really understand how he jokes in serious times and how he like to play. Like you be dead serious and Roscoe play. You know how Roscoe used to grab your chest, CJ, and laugh and all that shit. Man, Roscoe was a Roscoe was hilarious, man. Kev, did you see number 34 walk down Dalvin Cook down in Minnesota game and then lay down in front of him allowing Cook to score? You mean kind of like Jones when number 55 on the Raiders scored? Jones on Jones. First we had Bully dead, but now we got Preacher dead. Nah, Preacher died later though. Compton Girl, what up, Compton Girl? You're getting too much attention up in here tonight, girl. Glad you got that Patriot beanie on, though. Like, at least you rock with the right team. You got old videos of Roscoe just kicking or whatever with you. No, but I got that Roscoe video where he did the interview about us gambling. So I like to use that sometimes so y'all could picture what he looked like and how he sound. But young Roscoe on swole, Roscoe straight cripping. That's the Roscoe y'all need to see. Yeah, he did. He did for real though. He didn't like claiming his East Side roots though. He used to try to hide that. He used to, like me and Food Stamps, he was trying to hide that. But Roscoe was an East Side dude. Roscoe then moved to the West Side to 1981, December 1981. So somehow I got to put that on record. So y'all know when he came to the West Side, 50s. I don't know if Patriots is the right team though. It's the right team for me, man. I mean, hey, she looked good in that cap, nigga. You don't even know what these other girls look like, nigga. What kind of cars did Roscoe drive? Let me see. Roscoe had, because he went to jail when he was going to the 11th grade. So he didn't have no car then. He used to ride a little go-kart. So when Roscoe got out, he had that gold Regal. He had a 5.0. He had a Cutlass. Later on, he got them big trucks, some big fast trucks, like a 454. He had a van. That's all I really remember. What's good, Kim? Matt watching from Vegas. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, George. Appreciate you. I'm trying to tell you, man. These dudes don't recognize. Shout out to everyone who actually stayed with a book of food stamps. Like, how do you stay with a book of food stamps, nigga? Your parents just blessed you with food stamps, nigga? When I think about it, my mama might have been embarrassed to spend food stamps too. That's probably why she always gave me a couple of books, right? Like, we didn't get child support. We got food stamps, nigga. You can't get no new shoes this month, but you can go get you some groceries. You can go get some snacks. A lot of people didn't know what y'all was talking about when y'all say the West Side and East Side. It's the two sides of South Central. Yeah, they should know. They may not know, be able to picture it the way it was, but they should know. Every city got an East, West, South, or North, right? Oh, Mr. Nigga for life. Like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, are you busting me out? Or are you clowning me? What's going on? What's that mean? Went from the book of stamps to a card of food stamp. Yeah. The card ain't bad because people think they got a credit card. It makes them feel worthy or something. Like, there's no shame having a EBT card, right? Like, they post EBT signs and they write EBT on stores now. Like, there's no shame. Like, they want everybody to know they do EBT. Y'all come on up in here with your EBT. Remember, if you're old enough, remember when you would go in stores with your paper food stamps, you'd have to ask, "Do you guys take food stamps?" You wait till the pretty girl and the gang members leave out, and then you say, "Do you guys take food stamps?" Do y'all take food stamps? Because if you go in some white areas back then, some of the white areas didn't even take food stamps. Depend where you was at. And we know white people on welfare too, but they had to leave their hood sometime to spend their food stamps. They had $65 book of stamps back then. Yeah. How about taking food stamps $1 at a time to the store and buying 15-cent candy, 85 real cents? Oh yeah, absolutely, man. You was a hustler. But what do you do with the 85 cents? I would go play video games and buy baseball cards. Absolutely. I mean, nah, don't get me wrong. The liquor store by my house and the grocery store by my house and the grocery store on Crenshaw Slauson took food stamps. But what about when you go elsewhere though? Like I wasn't just right there where we lived at. I got the munchies when I was away from home too. Yeah, they kept you eating. Now, matter of fact, shout out to everybody that did the 50-50. Give me 200, I got 100 for you. Absolutely, man. We went everywhere. We walked, we mobbed. Is that right? Shit, they should take EBT. You got food chains that take EBT down. Like, come spend that money with us. Nah, man, they just wanted that crack rock, man. They wanted to get high, or the girls wanted to go get their hair done, or get their jewelry out the pawn shop, shit like that. So that 50-50 is how it went. I used to buy a pack of gum with paper food stamps and get real money. Somebody just said that, Easter, you're a little bit late. Remember, I asked him, what did he do with the change? I bought baseball cards and played video games. Yes, sir, they do. They do. They absolutely do. Crystal, that's where you spend your food stamps at. I'm scared to go get me some food stamps. They try to get a homie Moody life for welfare fraud. Nigga, I don't want your EBT. I don't want no food stamps. Las Vegas is giving food stamps away. I don't want none. When my niece told me how much she get in EBT, I was like, damn, that's the lick. Nigga, you know how I could live off the food stamps? But then I thought about it. I don't even want nothing to do with no welfare. I don't even want to drop a hoe off at the welfare office. Nigga, if I got to sign up to vote at the welfare office, I am not voting. I don't vote anyway. Man, they try to give Moody life, homie. I wish Moody would tell y'all that story, man. A real good story, but it was cold, man. He almost struck out for getting EBT. I don't want none of that shit. My man said, you got to sign your life away. Yeah, they'll come back. That paper trail, come back and get your ass if you got prior robberies on your rap sheet. You got to sign your life away. Oh, man, you know I'm on live.
All right, you think some nigga didn't call you, talk to him?
No, I ain't talked to him. I was asleep when the nigga called. Nigga ain't been calling for no days. But yeah, I'm on live right now.
How many got that bullshit? Tell
Nigga said bullshit. You must didn't like that story.
I didn't see the story. What story was it?
The preacher. All right, I'll holler.
He did a story on that. That's how he said that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can go back and look at it.
All right. Kev Mac, I got some for sale, cuz you want to buy something right now? Even if I did, I wouldn't say it in public. I'm telling you. Well, I ain't in California, so hit me up, bro. Hit me up. No, on second thought, no, I don't want to buy it, no. Man, you could be a fed, anything, man, trying to set me up. No, I'm cool, homie. I don't need no EBT. I just need a woman to take care of me. Check out China's social credit system. It's like food stamps with your own damn money. It's coming to North America. I used to play the Yara King Fu Kung Fu video game at the corner grocery store back in St. Louis when I was a kid. What's good, OG? I got a few questions. Just answer what you can. I appreciate you. Big Def, what kind of questions you got on me? What do you mean, did I ever get those Rice Krispies? You got to be more specific because I was a Rice Krispie type of guy. Oh, man, what's up? What's up, Dante Paul? This nigga, boy, y'all killed me coming on here with them whole names and shit. But what up, homie? What up? What the hell is up? Prime example of a guy that changed his life around. Hey, Mac, did you ever get, okay, I already said, I said, you know who that was that just called. Food stamp change used to go into Street Fighter 2 video game at the 7-Eleven. Kev get a sugar mama. Man, I need to get like Fitzgerald, man. Fitzgerald came up in here, boy, looking pimpish, boy. He had that ism in him. He ain't been back. His girl must have slapped him upside the head like, nigga, what is you doing? What are you portraying? Like, don't play with me, boy. He ain't been back on in 2 days, man. I hope he didn't get picked up for pimping and pandering. I think 2 lives ago said you were going to get the big pack from 7-Eleven. Oh, no. I don't remember. I think I did. I'm not sure. I don't remember, man. But I went to 7-Eleven. I can't remember if I got the large pack or not. That night, I'm saying. This girl was coming for you, Kev. I'm in Vegas. You any other time Vegas story? The next story will mention Vegas. I'm not gonna say it's a Vegas story, but it'll mention Vegas. I don't really remember what I bought with the change. Had to get rid of those stamps though. You know, let me tell you some real hustling players shit. Right? Back then, I'm trying to think, maybe 6th to 9th grade, maybe 6th to 8th grade. This was my game. Go around the homies or square homies, gang members, it don't matter. Go around the dudes I grew up with, right? And you know everybody, not everybody, but you had some lazy people back then. So I'd be like, I'm going to the store, y'all want anything? Write your shit down, give me the money. So I might have like $17. They might give me $17. They might even give me $10. I go to the store and I use the food stamps to buy this shit. And I keep the cash in my pocket. Now, that 15-cent change back, that 30-cent change back, no, I'm getting the full amount back. Yeah, that's how I used to get it. Then I could go get me some chucks that wasn't so dirty and raggedy. I could buy me a video game for my television, armor battle, golf, horse racing, shit like that. I appreciate you, Big Kid, for real. You is the bomb, for real. Good looking out, homie. I appreciate it. Food stamps is the reason why a lot of kids were obese. How about the friends you grew up with and you never knew they was on welfare because they were a lot slicker than you and a lot more embarrassed than you, that you didn't even know they was getting food stamps. Blessings, blessings, Black Warrior. What up? Shout out to everyone who had an Atari 5200. I don't watch snowfall, so I can't tell you how accurate snowfall is. You gotta ask somebody else that question. My man said he bought Old English beer with that time. Man, you trying to tell me you was a grown dude with paper food? When did you start drinking Old English beer? Oh, maybe you was getting food stamps from the crackheads, man. I forgot crackheads was big on food stamps, right? Atari 2600 was the one, right? Ever ever spend them too quick and be hungry half the month with only ramen and chef boy? I had never ate a top ramen until I went to prison, man. I didn't know shit about no damn top ramen. My mom ain't never had a top ramen in her house. I went to prison and a basehead from the street that grew up 2 blocks from me bought me a damn a chili top ramen. I didn't even know how to cook the shit. Yeah, I was grown by the time I knew what a top ramen was. Because back in the county jail, we had cup of noodles. So that was the closest thing I knew about some damn top ramen was cup of noodles. Mac, did any 30s or 40s grow up or live in the 60s with you? Uh, I mean, not with me, no, but might have been one or two turned 40s. Moms didn't cook, grew up on cereal for dinner most time. Man, I grew up on cereal too. Oh, honeycomb hideout head ass nigga. Oh, Fruit Loop ass nigga. Big Bam said that's the only way I knew about Top Ramen. See, me too, bro. That's the only way I knew was penitentiary, man. I didn't know what the hell no Top Ramen was. So I feel bad for any kid that grew up on Top Ramen and cereal. Boy, you had to struggle with school, man, didn't you? Nigga go to PE, stomach growling. Lunchtime, nigga stomach still growling. He trying to steal people's coffee cakes and donuts and shit. Trying to steal that little burrito that come in plastic. Yeah. I feel bad for you, huh? But there's the majority of black folks in America, man, we grow up in poverty. And you don't really know how many people actually starving and living like that across America. Here's a dude say he ate sunflower seeds for dinner. I don't know who to blame. I don't know if we should blame your mama for picking a broke daddy or your daddy for picking a broke mama. Now, damn. That's why I say I'm blessed, man. I can't do no complaining. When I'm hurting, when my back hurting, my chest hurting, my stomach hurting, my head got a fever, and y'all ask me how I'm doing, man, I cannot complain, man. That's why I still get up and act like ain't nothing wrong, man. Sometimes I can't get up, but you know what I mean. I want to show y'all that CD. I found that CD, but I don't know what I did with it. That shows you my back problems. And I might have my finger on there too, but my fingers are cool, man. My fingers are cool. Doctor said I would never be able to bend my fingers. It's a 6-7 neighborhood's part of the Roman 60 car. First of all, I don't know nothing about a Roman 60 car. Like, did they come from Romania or something? I don't know anything about a Roman 60. Is that somebody that roams through the 60s? It's a nigga named Brother Roman. He a Muslim in the 60s named Brother Roman. I don't know anything about Roman 60s, but as far as rolling 60s, 6-7 is a separate entity. It's a difference. Hey, that chicken top ramen was, man, you got to go with the chili, homie. You got to go with the chili, my dude. Blame Ronald Reagan and 1980 Reaganomics for collective. Absolutely, I always blame Reaganomics. But at the same time, you got to keep it real. Reagan put a lot of money in the streets, man. Reagan put drugs, guns, and money in the streets. Man, it was cracking in the 80s. Man, that's when I say the golden era, I'm talking about the 80s and early 90s, man. Them are the eras, man. A lot of things took place in this country. And money that we'll probably never see again in the streets. Of course, a lot of people went to prison, but you wasn't getting a whole bunch of time back then either. Dudes were leaving for 2-3 years, man. Dudes were getting 5 years coming home on halftime, man. Dudes were getting 16 months coming out in 1 year and 1 day. You was getting county lids, man, and you do like 4 months, 20 days, or 5 months, 20 days. So you could get right back on the street and get some more money or catch another case. Find a new baby mama, anything back then. Squeeze the trigger, Ice-T, proper 80s politics. Nobody was broke, that's for sure. Everybody, I'm talking about everybody ate. Single mamas, kids that grew up with in a household, there'd be 5 kids with 5 different daddies. Free C-Rag. C-Rag should be getting out pretty soon. Everybody else out. Kev, you ever met Tupac or them Bloods he named to live and die in LA? I've never met Tupac, no. Ronald was pushing dope when Nancy was telling us just say no. What was that? Dare. Nancy Reagan was pushing Dare, right? Mac, did the 60s have any neutral gangsters? Like they didn't claim the hood, but their names rung bells on the street level? Did 60s have any neutral gangsters? A neutral gangster. So you gang banging, but you don't claim a set. Like they didn't claim the hood, but their names rung bells. I mean, yeah, you had some riders in the hood. You had some gangsters, yeah. Yeah, you had some gangsters. You had some gangsters on my block. You had some gangsters a couple blocks from me. Yeah. I've never met Afro Man. I met a man with an afro, but I never met Afro Man. There go Misha G, y'all. It was no ramen in the 80s in Florida. Oh, that's where you grew up, Misha G? We ate real food or beanie weenies. What the hell is a beanie weenie? Oh, hell no. We don't know what a beanie weenie is. I'm going to speak for everybody on the West Coast. What's a beanie weenie? They had to be there to understand. Yeah, absolutely. What you think about Crip Mac from 5'5"? I think Crip Mac from 5'5" is a neighborhood Crip. I don't know what y'all be looking to say. But I know one thing. After I seen a video today of one of Loco's haters, the way they copy and paste the shit I type, the way they copy and steal shit that we say online, man, I'm not going to keep falling for y'all jokes and y'all trickery, man. Y'all ask me questions only to copy and paste that shit or screenshot that shit and say, look what Mac said. Like, why is my voice mean so much to you? How can you be so obsessed with what another man said? And why do you give a fuck what a man think about another man? Y'all niggas is crazy. I'm like, man, where is your life at? I'll see why you got 230 views. Y'all crazy for that, man. I've been asking y'all, I've been begging y'all, please leave me alone and leave me out of them internet beefs. Please don't YouTube politic me. You feel me? Because then you can't get the real me. And you can't get close to me when you do that type of shit. You just push me away. And then you make me talk bad about you. Like, just leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Like your daddy told your mama, nigga, leave me alone. And then, like Baby Crazo taught me, like, if you do sucker shit, your daddy was probably a sucker too. Like, that's where you get that shit from. You get it from your daddy. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me out of that shit, man. I ain't in that shit. I'll be over here peaceful with the Macheads and Maniacs. I'll be here with the homies watching my shit. Some homies tap in, some just stay on the sideline. Man, leave me alone, man. Like my homie told me this morning. He said, Kev, you be laid back and cool. He said, but every now and then somebody piss you off and you go in. Yeah, real talk. Y'all leave me alone, man. I don't like that shit. I officially stepped back from all YouTube beefs. I try not to get in no YouTube beefs, man. But I'ma still express my opinion and my feelings toward these suckers, though. No, Bam, watch this. Ain't no YouTube beef. Bam said, let me see if I can imitate Bam. Watch this. Let me try it again without laughing. Watch this. I apologize if I was drunk. I apologize for drinking last night. I don't mean to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to disrespect nobody or put nobody down. Watch this, Kev Mac. See, I just come on here to educate and try to stipulate and simulate and everything else ate. Right? Is that OG Bam or what? Watch this. Bam, bam, bam. What up, Bam? What's Smackheads and Maniacs East Riverside in the building? Kev Mac, if you always talked about the dudes who are members, but y'all never really talk about the neutral gangsters doing the golden era. I mean, I don't know. There's an audience for that. I don't know if y'all care about that. There's this guy named Stan. Stan from Eileen, man. Straight gangster. Like everybody in the neighborhood was scared of him. Even the OG Crips in the neighborhood was scared of Stan, man. The OGs was scared of Stan, homie. That's how gangster he was. See, Easty 69 confirms that. Shotty Mac, what I do, homie? What I do, bro? Watch this. Watch this, Shotty. Y'all all good YouTubers and me. Good looking out, man. Appreciate it. I mean, I wasn't always good. Mellow male. I like the way Too Pretty Kenny says mellow male. Mellow male. Like male is mellow. Like you ever trip off like Jimmy Lavin and Too Pretty? Them dudes is born in like 55 and 56. They don't know how to pronounce names. Like they don't, I think they be trying to be too logical instead of listening. Like they're not listening, right? They don't understand the pronunciation. They going with like slogans. Like mellow male, because male is mellow. Cal Mac, because I'm from California or some shit. That Cal Mac was Big Fee brother. No, Big Fee wasn't Fee's brother. No. Stay in your lane, maintain, watch them hate. Shh, that's what they've been doing. Stay in your lane. I feel you. The professor. They pronounce it the way that feels best to them. Well, I mean, you know, Ebonics ain't always the best way, you know. Red pickle sausage was called hot mamas or big daddies in the big jar at the corner stores. Kev, you like Churches or Popeyes? Churches is cool, but Popeyes is more relevant, more available. So I do like Churches, but Popeyes is all around where I'm at. What's new for 2023? I don't have nothing new planned. I plan on going into 2023 like I'm going out of 2022. There goes some new Gunner questions. Boy, y'all still asking about Gunner. Did y'all see that video when the judge or whoever was reading them their rights, and dude looked at Gunner. When he asked him, he said, "Man, can I ask a question? Like, I'm the only one being charged with drugs?" Yep. And he said, classic, classic. Kev bringing in 2023 of sleep early and relax. New year, new chance to advance. Man, any day on earth is a chance to advance. Can you send me a picture of your 5.0 so I can start on your model car? Really? You can actually copy my car? Sir Kev, what's your reaction when the mama died? Oh, it hurt, man. It hurt, but I think Kobe was a very smart guy. He was into going to a lot of basketball games and talking to the males and females, trying to get them to understand what it means to be a basketball player. Smart dude, though, man. Very smart dude, charismatic. I liked him. I'm going to miss him. But kind of, really, seriously, like, it's almost like there's been so many deaths in my life. You just have to accept it and move on. Can't trust him. He gonna tell. Oh, I seen that joke. Slick, what up, Slick? Oh, you back on the Raider bandwagon because the Rams is garbage now. Because the Raiders got more wins than the Rams, and because the Raiders beat the Patriots, you back on the Raider bandwagon now. Slick, you ain't shit on. You know your homeboy up in here, Big B Rat up in here, man. And you got a Compton partner up in here too, man. Man. Patriots, that was a touchdown by Raiders. Patriots literally gave that game away without question, man. Slick, they want to know if you still swinging, homie. I'm going to visit my brother in Reno. I can bring it to you. Wow, man, that's awesome, man. Why don't you email me, homie? Kev_Mac_1 at yahoo.com. I nominate Compton Girl to go with you, homie. No, she's too close to you. I nominate Misha G to go with you. Kiera Coleman. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm having a good night. Anytime I'm hanging out with the Macheads and Maniacs, and we got 244 people up in here, I'm having a good night. They say call it sloppy seconds. Man, somebody just asked me that question. Man, I just answered that question. I do remember Daddy O's on 96 in Western. The Rams should have stayed in St. Louis. They would have more support. Rams got a championship in Inglewood, though, with the greatest halftime show controversy ever. Hold on. Damn. In your early Crippin' days, which shoes was more popular, Cortez or Chuck? Chuck Taylor's always been popular. Chucks have shit. Chuck's always. If I dig out some old pictures, man, I was wearing Chuck Taylor since like 4 years old, man. 7, 10, 11, 14, 16, 17, 21. Chuck Taylor's was in. Nike Cortez was a little more stylish, a little more diplomatic, more of a Mexican thing than it was a black thing, but we both wore them, don't get me wrong, but What you think about the Menlos claiming Rolling Stone? I mean, shout out to the Menlos. Well, how am I supposed to feel? I mean, look, man, let's just be clear. Watch this. OG Band, watch this. Man, I'm in my 50s, man. Whatever them young dudes is doing, or even them old dudes, man, if they changing alliances or they adding on things to their alliances or making it more clear who they pledge their alliance to, that's their thing. It ain't my I ain't in that shit. So shout out to them, whatever floats their boat, and I'm cool with that, man. You know what I mean? But Menlo's, as far as the Menlo's specifically, them the homies. We ain't got no beef with Menlo. Menlo is the homies. No, I'm not in my 40s, bro. Not at all. Just watching the Monk videos 2019 June here. Yeah, Monk is the shit, man. Monk is underrated. For real. Monk went to prison and got educated. He already told you guys in the story that he was going to school for education until he got caught up with the gangbanging. So Monk is a smart dude. He's well read. He's very articulate. He's very patient before he speaks. He's very calculated. Very underrated interview right there. But when the O card was formulated, now Monk got a lot of history because Monk, when he got into gangbang, he was really into it. And then you got to remember, guys that go to prison early, they're going to remember everything that was going on the streets more than somebody that been out here on the streets because it's their last memory. It's a memory that lives with them throughout that whole 32 years or 38 years that they do in prison. And he's not going to have, damn, did you see my eye? My eye just looked like it went side to side on its own. I even felt like electric shock in my eye. The fuck wrong with my eye? But Mump is good, man. Mump, y'all, trust me, y'all ain't even got a piece of Mumpy, man. Man say he's Mexican and never owned Cortezes. You probably wore biscuits. You probably wore hard shoes. Cause don't tell me you wore soccer shoes. Like you remember when the Pisces, remember when the Pisces back in 1980, 79, 80, 81, 82, they would come to school in soccer shoes with cleats. Like they shoes last the whole year because the cleats don't wear down, right? Like by the time the cleats wear down, the school year is over with. You remember that shit? Like, nigga, we are not finna play soccer. What are you doing in them soccer cleats, huh? But let me see, what did Mexicans stay with hard shoes back then a lot? Not so much the Chuck Taylors, though. Not so much the house shoes. I don't remember y'all in Croker sacks. Yeah, I remember the biscuits. I remember male blacks and Mexicans. I remember, bro. You gotta remember too, CJ. I got a brother, I had a brother your age. So I know a little bit about the style. Like I was never stylish like y'all, but I know a little bit about this. And then you gotta remember, I was going over to Squally D's house when I was like in third grade, fourth grade. Squally was one of the sharpest dudes around, right? So I know a little bit. I know Pops, man. I'm gonna have to pull out some pictures of Pops. I'm gonna have to go through all my albums and show some pictures of Pops. Pops was a fly dude. Pops was fly as hell back then with all kind of low riders. I come up in the Stacy the Stacey Adam era, right? Nigga, we wearing Romeos, nigga. Them old funny looking Romeos that we thought was hard as hell, that you couldn't fight in or run from the police in for shit. What up, Kev checking from Boston? Shout out New England Patriots. No, I wore Chucks and Nikes. Okay. So you were lying that you never had no Cortez. Oh, Nikes don't necessarily mean Cortez. I don't really remember Mexicans wearing no regular Nikes though, man. A lot won't admit it. Karate shoes was part of a certain gangbang at the time. Yeah, but it was so short-lived. I want to say I probably was in 6th grade when people was wearing the karate shoes. Another pair of shoes you can't fight in or run from the police in. You go thinking you know karate in them karate shoes and do a karate kick, nigga, you gonna slide down the street. I got my Romeos at bail sales too, bro. Denise, what up? What up, my fellow American Indian that is? How you doing? Oh man, not the penny loafers. Never look right to be walking people. Penny loafers really wasn't for cripping and blood, no. That was the preppy shit. That was the people that was preppy trying to get the girls and moonwalking like Michael Jackson and shit. I mean, you know what it is. Creek Nation in the building. What can you tell about your pops? He was a fly dresser. He was a ladies' man. He was a gambler. He was a middleman. Uh, Marine dropout. Love to do his little push-ups and shit. His back arms, his dumbbells. Real clean, real neat. Everything about him was clean and neat. His cars, his house. The Marines, even though he dropped out quick, he learned a lot in the Marines. He knew how to make a bed up so good. He kept his clothes so neat. Kitchen spotless, bathroom spotless. Hard worker as far as doing the lawn and shit, doing the backyard. He loved to do work. Loved to paint, good painter. I mean, not artist, but paint houses or whatever. He also painted cars. He did body work at Nick's Body Shop on 41st and Avalon. I would say he was a great dude, but not such a great dad, all right? But I ain't doing no complaining, man. He taught me a lot. You know, this one thing I try to tell people. It may not be the right thing to say, but this is what I learned from my father. If a father can't give you nothing else, at least give that kid some wisdom. Like, tell him the truth about life. Like, you don't have to hide nothing from him, good or bad. Just share it with him. And that's why I say my kids, I don't hide nothing from my kids. The only thing I hide from my kids is what I was about to disrespect women. I just don't, they don't see the womanizing in me. They don't see the different girlfriends or the different women that I done dated. Other than that, man, I tell them everything, man. Shout out to Big Quake 6 Deuce East Coast neighborhood, real one. Shout out to OG Quake. Shout out to Lil Quake. Lil Quake, rest in peace, right? Cali Faces YouTube channel features brother Kev. Nice was. I got my first cutlass painted at damn Kev. You a LA historian. I mean, I just kind of grew up in Nick's Body Shop because East Side was fascinating to me. It was different from the West Side to me. And I was always trying to be up under Pops or my brother. It was going to be Pops or my brother. And my brother was basically raised with Pops. So, yeah. My dad raised me and my brothers by himself. I always respect him for holding down his family. That's what's up, man. That's a great question, man. During my active years, did I feel like the east side was rougher than the west side or were they were equal? During my active years. Active years, man, I'm just telling you my thoughts. East side wasn't no different from the west side, nigga. The west side was the hardest niggas in LA, nigga. That's during my active years, right? But as a kid, no, hell no. Compton and the east side, nigga, I thought was ruthless. Like, you do not want to go through Compton, Watts, or the east side back when I was a kid, man. I just felt like that was dangerous. I felt like the gang banging was superior. I felt like the violence was on another level. I felt like all of that. Well, see, here go the thing. When niggas say lie, nigga, I said the way I felt, the way I thought, nigga. So how was that a lie? How was my thinking? How was my thoughts? How is my opinion a lie? Right? Nigga, check this out. What was the biggest war in LA? Name some of the biggest wars in LA. You got the Hoovers, you got the A-Tray gangsters, you got the 60s, you got the 30s, you got the 20s, you got the Inglewood families, you got the 100s, you got the 90s. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. So I'm saying, as me coming up active, nigga didn't fear going to the east side. A nigga didn't fear squabbling the Grape Streets or anybody else in Watts. A nigga didn't fear going through Compton, putting in no work. Nigga didn't fear Compton in jail or prison. What are you talking about? So yeah, that's how I felt. But as a kid, no, I looked at it totally different. Nigga, I'm Mr. Furley. Nigga, I'm shaking in my boots in Compton. Nigga, I'm scared on the east side. Nigga, I hear a gunshot, I'm running. Nigga, on the west side, nigga, I'd hear some car backfire, or I might hear a gunshot and think it was a car backfire, nigga. Nigga, on the east side, it was graffiti all through the alleys, broken glass, nigga, busting. On the west side, nigga, where I lived at, I'm saying. I'm not saying all of the west. I'm saying where I lived at. Man, alleys was clean, nigga. Just a few broken bottles. You know what I'm saying? So that was my opinion and my experience. And you can feel however you want, nigga. Like, whatever's a lie, nigga, you can have your truths. Nigga, state your truths, nigga. Kev asked him who was harder than the Rolling 60s. Now, I'll leave that up to them, man. Who was harder than the Rolling 60s, y'all? I mean, I know you're going to get some East Coast. You're going to get some Hoovers. You're going to get some gangsters, Faux Tray, A-Tray. You're going to get some Bounty Hunters, some Grape Streets. You're going to get some Compton Crips, some CC Rock. You're going to get people that felt like they was harder than us, or at least as hard. Inglewood fan. But when the truth speakers come out, when the rivals speak the truth, like during the 92 truths, nigga, during the 92 truths, a lot of truth came out. A lot of truth came out in 1992. And people were saying, man, we don't come on Crenshaw. Do I have to say anything more? We don't come on Crenshaw. All right, the whole city came on Crenshaw, but your set didn't come on Crenshaw. Like, you came on Crenshaw undercover. You came on Crenshaw without your colors, no rag, probably didn't even have a pistol. I mean, just keep that shit real. Every nigga in LA, except maybe the Majestics and the Grape Streets, was scared of 63rd and Crenshaw. They didn't want to stop on 63rd and Crenshaw. You know how many people ran that light? You know how many people were speeding, going twice the speed limit when they got to 63rd? You know what I'm saying? Of course, they supposed to, CJ. Everybody's supposed to say they was harder than the 6. You supposed to say that. And it was some hard gangs in LA. Like Monster Cody said, man, you had to be a hard blood because it was some hard Crips back then. I mean, you got Santana's, Nutty Blocks, Front Hoods, Park Village. Did y'all say Southside? You got Man, you had some real Compton sets. You had some real Watt sets. You had real sets on the east side. You had real sets on the man. It was gang banging. That's why the murder rates were so high, man. That's why so many people had murders and went to prison for them. So yeah, I don't know about all that, but you supposed to you actually supposed to give it up for your hood during your active year. Nobody wants to be from their hood during the active years, and your hood wasn't shit. Nobody wants to be that, right? But yeah, good questions, y'all. Good controversial questions, but I try to answer them as truthful as possible. But if we really want to debate some shit, I could go deeper, but that ain't my intent. And that's not what I'm trying to do. But come on, man. Anybody be honest, man. You know the 60s was up there at the top. What did Mumpy say, nigga? Go ask your big homies, nigga. Before the old car was formulated, go ask your big homies, nigga. That Mumpy is one of the most truthful niggas, most articulate niggas you're going to see on YouTube, nigga. So if you don't believe what Mumpy said, nigga, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Denver Lanes. Denver Lanes was a hard-ass set, too. Without question, Denver Lanes, Swans, it's hard as fuck. Kev Mac, what small hood gave y'all the most problems during your active year? I don't know about nobody giving us no problems during my active years. Like, we never looked at nobody as a problem. I mean, I'm just answering your question, man. Wasn't nobody a problem. Venice Crips, Venice too. See, Venice does get left out the equation, but not to overlook Venice. Venice always stayed. Venice was some hard dudes, especially when the racial wars jumped off. Glad I knew the 60s. Much love and respect for them. You know the feeling's mutual, homie. I lived both sides different times. Like you saying in the beginning, the east side was no joke. But later on, 60s had no rivals. I think you misspoke. The 60s had no rivals. Or are you saying you got to redo that one? 60s had no rival. Or you mean no competition? But yeah, I mean, at least you agree, man. That's me coming up and how I felt and how it seemed to me, man. The east side was vicious. The east side to Compton was vicious as a youngster coming up. But as we got old, man, the 60s, I'm not saying no other hood was like this, but the 60s was bred to be vicious. The 60s was bred with this aura about ourselves that we just thought we was hard. Even if you wasn't hard, like the busters from 60s was still hard. Watch this fact. Watch this historical fact. You had busters from 60s. You got dudes from 60s that got put off and went to other hoods and had a big name. How about that? Real shit, real deal shit. And I hate to even be talking about this shit, but that's the truth, man. Niggas left the 60s and became somebody somewhere else. So, you know, if that don't speak to the volume of how tough the 60s was back in the day, then I don't know what's going to tell you. My man say we was our own worst enemy. And they don't know that, and I can't even speak to that. I can't even go into detail about that. I can't even speak on that publicly. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't need to know. But that 1980s, 1990s, 60s was something else, bro. And again, I don't leave out nobody on the west side. Everything west of the 110 freeway I thought was hard. Absolutely, man, absolutely. To take a skating ring that was miles away said a lot. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to get off into all that shit. I could do some bragging. I could do some debating and all that. I agree. It was East Side, later 60. We only seen 60 at Sports Arena. And I'm just saying, in RJ88, y'all know he a real one from the 88 Avalon Garden Projects, right? I mean, y'all know Jerry Allen, a real one from Atlantic Drive. Like, I don't just say shit to say it. I'm not here to brag or up the 60s. I'm not here to put nobody else's hood down. The man asked a question, I answered. If you got a problem with my answer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you offended. I'm sorry if you probably came from a hood that it wasn't a lot of y'all, and a lot of y'all got chipped, or a lot of y'all quit early. I'm sorry. I apologize. But it might be a good thing you came from a small hood that couldn't hang, because y'all was able to do something productive in life and raise your families, man. You know, take that with a bucket of pride on. Big gangs' biggest threat are themselves. It's so nice not to get timed out and blocked anymore. I mean, I can only think it was two people behind that now. RJ, did any swans live in the gardens with y'all, or was it ever a time when y'all was cool? And then let me say one more thing though. I just got to make this clear in case one of these suckers try to replay this one day. When y'all say Kev is biased, even though most of y'all say I'm unbiased, I always admit I'm gonna be biased for Crips, nigga. Like Bam said the other day, Crip first. Like Nugget said, nigga, we are Crips first. I'm gonna always be biased for the Crips. That's automatic. It don't mean I'm anti-blood. It don't mean I'm anti-Hoover or anti-anything else. But I'm pro-Crip. And then if you want to break it down to the individual sets, nigga, why am I going to not be pro-60? Nigga, I gave my life to the 60. I love the 60. I grew up in the 60. My homies is from 60. My best friends are from 60. My family members are from 60. Why would I not be biased toward the 60? And that's the bottom line. But again, I'm not here to up the 60s or down nobody else, man. I'll just answer the question. Matter of fact, the nigga that asked that question, nigga, you need to super chat me, nigga. You just started some drama, nigga. Super chat me, nigga, or cash out me, nigga. Like, that's the least you can do, nigga. Or I'll never answer another question you got, nigga. Can't satisfy everybody. No, you can't. I'm just trying to be real, man. Southside Compton, I appreciate your support on me. I mean, what would I look like sitting up here dissing the West Side or dissing the 60s? Like, I don't do that. Or dissing Chris. I don't do that. Watch this. Bam will agree, man. Bam will agree, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I appreciate you real ones, though, that come on and watch KevMacVideos and understand that I'm not trying to defame no other sets. Man, that ain't my thing, man. I ain't about that shit. I love when Bam say, watch this, man. That is classic, man. I got to get my watch this hoodie and my watch this t-shirt, though, man. I would like to answer Miss 702's question right. I could say blocking gets out of hand, but we all want to do is dialogue, not disconnect. And I feel bad that I banned that dude last night. I actually contemplated unbanning him. I got to weigh my options on dude, though, but yeah, I didn't mean no disrespect. I don't believe in censoring people or banning people, but I do believe in, if you're bothering me, you got to go. Like, nigga, I don't even live in no spot with a woman that's going to bother me. So I'm not going to deal with no man on YouTube bothering me. I heard that cash out. Ain't nobody sent no cash out with super chat, man. But you got a million questions, man. Now you want to ignore me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the yeah comment's supposed to mean. Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Why East Coast ain't crossed over into the 50s? Last time I checked, 5'9" was in the 50s. They also have some East Coast that was in the Pueblos that people don't like to admit or talk about. But they weren't strong enough to start a set in the Pueblos, though. I respect and support you, Big Kev. Good looking out. No swans lived in the 88 Avalon Projects, man. Michael Dade, I appreciate you. It's 5-9 East Coast. God, real. I like that too. Bam, you should look to trademark that saying, watch this. I agree. Man, it's catchy. It's catchy. And it ain't just the watch this. It's the way he actually says watch this. The way it sound, his body language. Yeah. Yeah, East Coast was a Stockton. 959 don't cross over the 50s. 5-9 behind. I mean, you had six deuces all the way to Slauson. And then you had, yeah, the 5-9s are behind, but that's still the 50s, man. Yeah, OG. I wouldn't say old school slang. I would say old school swag, though. My older homies told me the story. Raymond was trying to get the homies, but they refused and stayed Broadway. I heard the same about the Kitchen Crips. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think the shit is funny, and I think it has happened. Absolutely, but no, I wouldn't say that's the rule of thumb, though. Salute, KM. Listening to your stories and got me through some days. Thanks for all that you do. Appreciate that, Picasso. Appreciate that, homie. This is funny as hell, man. I'm telling y'all, hanging out with y'all this December, I can't do our lives no more. They all 2.5 hours, man. Y'all got me laughing tonight, though. Some good questions, some good jokes. But where all the women at tonight? Like all the women that's talking about the chat room been lit, the channel was turned up. Where the hell y'all at, though? What's up, Crystal? I didn't speak to you tonight. Did I miss a brain? I apologize. I rock low. Is that like a super sport loc or Mustang loc or Chevy loc? I guess I would be a Chevy loc. Nina Boy, catch this though. It's similar to Bam's watch this. Bam is the G though. Young dudes, you expect them to have that swag, right? But Bam's an older dude with that same swag, man. Kev, you heard from Goob? Not like I used to hear from Goob, man. Another good question though. Goob's all right, man. Goob just don't know why he was on a PCR. Goob did time on a PCR and didn't know. So we're going to have to find some of the people Goob did time with or some of them bulldogs to come on up in here and explain New Folsom AR 93 to 95. Care what you want for Christmas? Same thing I want for my birthday. A big booty hoe. Mr. Kevin, I'm about to be 15. You about to be 15. Excuse my language. Mr. Kevin, I'm about to be 15. I watched the channel for a while now. My older brother is 16 and he's trying to join a gang. I love my brother and I don't want him to join a gang. What could I do to stop him? Wow, that's a deep question. First of all, if you're 15 or 16, you shouldn't be watching this channel and you shouldn't be up this late unless you have an adult watching it with you for education purposes. Second of all, man, express that to your brother. Tell your brother you love him. You don't want to lose him. Tell him that the love should be right there in the house and let him know how much of an influence he has on you and you would like to have some sort of influence on him. Tell him y'all could do a lot of brotherly things together, man, and Let him know that your love will be a lot more pure than these dudes in the street, and you wouldn't know how to live without yourself. I mean, you wouldn't know how to live with yourself without him. So just talk to him, man. Let him know how you really feel. OG DJ Cass, Goob is fam and a solid brother. KM, you from Over Hill 60. I am. Goob is a good dude. kevmacvideos. The older bro should watch KMV and learn from the OGs, meaning it ain't as good as it look, man. Show your older brother what real love is. It's like civil war with my brothers. Shit, I feel you, homie. I feel you, man. Brian Watson, good looking out, man. Appreciate you. We got a 49ers beating the Cowboys for sure. I know you rethink that. Yeah, I talked about that last night. I definitely talked about that last night. Linda Faye, you are absolutely correct. After getting a bar of Doc Prescott and the holes in that Cowboy defense, I most certainly rethought that statement. And once again, is back on the 49er bandwagon. I still say the 49ers are not going to the Super Bowl, though. I definitely say Minnesota Vikings can beat the 49ers. I think the Eagles stand a chance to beat the 49ers. So we'll see. Any 2014 parlays you can rate? Any 2014 parlays? Nah. Local Bama is free, dog. Hurts should win MVP. He should win something, that's for sure. It took me 20 years to follow my brother. Wish I would have chose sooner. To follow him or unfollow him. Crystal was $5. Crystal was $5 a hit. Man, Buck, stop it, bro. Stop it. Let's see what the 15-year-old has to say now. I learn a lot from your channel. My teacher play your show in the classroom. We learn a lot from your channel. Man, check this out, man. Watch this. Tell teacher be very cool when playing these videos because I get X-rated. This is not a PG channel, man. It's not always PG up in here. It's not G. This is X-rated, man. So tell teacher to be real cool, man. We don't want the teacher to lose his job. Now, if the teacher is cutting and pasting parts of these live streams and videos, then cool. But tell your teacher I said, what's up? Tell your teacher Kelmac said, thank you for educating your kids. But tell teacher Kelmac said, be very careful. Because Kelmac is not necessarily the right example on these live streams for kids under 18 years old. I mean, I'm going to just keep it real with you, youngster. Like, for real, you need to log off and catch me in the daytime, man. But if you got any questions, man, you can always email me, homie, youngster. You can always email me, man, and I'll do my best to answer your questions as best I can in your best interest. And tell your teacher to do the same thing, man. If your teacher has an idea of a video or a live stream he wants me to talk about, I'll do that, and he could play that for y'all. But please, man, don't let your parents find out you're watching KM Video live streams, man, and what this content is about, because I'm not always on the right path. My language is not always the best. I tend to use words that I wouldn't use if I talked to you in person, one-on-one, or anybody I was trying to give some good guidance to. But Thank you for watching. Be sure to tell your teacher I said thank you, man. And he or she can holler at me anytime. Henny God, good night, man. Good night, man. I'm sure a few people got time to keep the entertainment going. Wow, like, all right, Henny God, take it easy, bro. You ready for the holidays, Kev, or you ready for it to be over? I'm ready for both. My man say he dyslexic. He put the one in the wrong spot. He tell us we learn a lot from your show, so we don't go down the wrong path. Thank you. I'm about to get off now. All right, Rebel Bang, you take it easy, man. Have a great night. Get you some rest so you can go to school tomorrow and get good grades. Big Mac, did the preacher juke you? Man, that fool try to ram on me. I ain't expecting no dunking, no one-on-one half-court game. That fool surprised me. Like, uh-oh, you throwing elbows, preacher. What it do, Kev? I done watched all the stories, waiting on the one you got shot at. Waiting on the one I got shot at. Which time? I mean, I've been shot at a lot, but I don't know if all those stories are worth a story, though. Mate getting some kip, nearly 7 a.m. Take care. All right, Leo, take it easy, man. Early years, we was cool with Elvis. Clifford, good looking out. You talking about Elvis Dexter? Good night. Happy holidays, sick homie. Good night, man. Part 3. Part 3 already dropped, homie. Gee whiz, man. You late. You behind, homie. Part 3 dropped a day and a half ago, man. You late, homie. You got to go back and look at Saturday at 6 p.m., man. Father's name on birth certificate is not Henny. Good night. Oh. Oh, Henny's trying to get you to go home and go to sleep or what? Henny trying to put you to bed. Henny's monitoring your online activity to see what time you're going to sleep. Shotty Mike, my nigga, good looking out, man. See, I can use the N-word now because the kid is gone. Once the kid left, nigga, I'm loaded with the N-word again. LJ Enterprises, good looking out, man. Appreciate it, appreciate it. The preacher passed. First my sister passed, and then the preacher passed. It's 4:50 Tuesday in Australia. Oh, okay. Well, it might have dropped like 6 a.m. in Australia Saturday morning or some shit. Big Cat, what's your all-time favorite hood movie? A hood movie? Is In Too Deep considered a hood movie? Belly? Shit, I don't know, man. Boys in the Hood was pretty good, though. You plan on doing videos about your time outside of LA? Shit, I ain't really done no time outside of LA. And Vegas don't count. Vegas is not only so close to LA, it's like little LA. It don't count. Kevin, you ever got mistaken from another hood? Of course, of course. You're the one supposed to super chat me though, bro. Sure, good looking out. Long live the Kessler. Better do it. Dead Homies. No, Dead Homies was a documentary. Yeah, In Too Deep was classic. Man, I got to meet Elvis Dexter's brother and some of Elvis Dexter's buddies from Swan. Man, that's crazy how he died, man. I wonder what made him think he could go to Manchester Park with the Hoovers and be all right, man. That's crazy. That's the difference from that era back then and the eras in the 80s. Man, you knew you couldn't go out of bounds and be all right. I mean, you might do it and be stupid, but it seemed like he didn't really take it serious, right? That was a crazy incident, man. Any ghost stories? I told a ghost story or two already. You got to do a Kenneth Hahn Park fight story. I don't never remember us fighting at Kenneth Hahn though. Compton girl, my chat lady. Oh, okay, it's your chat lady. I heard that. I ain't mad at you, man. No, Elvis wasn't a Crip in 1975. You might mean Elvis used to be a Crip. Elvis wasn't a Crip in 75, man. Hoovers and Swans was enemies. Easy, Easty, I noticed. Hold on to it. Ooh, they said hold on to her, boy. The Mexican Mac Daddy up in here, boy. You don't want the Mexican Mac Daddy to creep in on Compton Girl, you know? Besides Nip, who was the best rhyme spitter from RSC? Always enjoyed Cuzzy Capone. I thought Cuzzy Capone was the best rapper in the hood for years till Nipsey took that crown, right? But Cuzzy can spit, my nigga. Cuzzy could spit. E-Rule was always hard, but E-Rule's style is not really my style. E-Rule's a rhyme spitter. He's a genius with the wordplay and stories. But Cuzzy brought you that real hood shit. I don't know if E-Rule could bring you that real hood shit. Cuzzy he knew the blocks, he knew the hitters. You feel me? Well, CJ Mack was hard. Damien, good looking out. CJ Mack was hard. I like CJ Mack's style though. I like CJ Mack. Corrupt did that Slauson. He did that Chronic album with Dr. Dre. That was a good song. But I mean, dude asked me a question. I don't need y'all giving me my answers. Cuzzy Capone, man. Bro is still on death row, man. Fig Newton's hard. I like Fig Newton. I endorse Fig Newton, but he never gave me an interview, so the endorsement expired. Like I can't endorse that no more. Feel me? Good looking out, Shotty. Not KB. I don't know. You have to ask somebody from Watts. You have to ask Babyface Lokes, Frog, that other dude that's on every platform in the world. You have to ask one of them dudes. What up, Big Devil, man? Please spare us that bang bang stuff. You done already had Big B Rat come in here banging that shit. And a couple bandwagoners done banged that shit already. Could you please spare us one time, Big Devil? We had enough of that tonight. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good thing Shaniqua wasn't up in here tonight. Corrupt stole the show on Stranded on Death Row. The girl stole the show on Stranded on Death Row. Lady of Rage, man. I ain't interviewed no Fruittown Brims. Have you ever super chat me? You asked a question, I answered it, and I gave you a question. Now, can you answer my question? There we go. A little slow, a little late, but nevertheless. Kev, I'm slow as hell. I thought Cuzzy and Cousin Kerry was no, absolutely not. Big Cousin Kerry's a G from the hood. Like he was banging in the 70s. Little Cousin Kerry ain't here with us no more. Cuzzy Capone is younger. Cuzzy Capone's younger than me. Cuzzy Capone was actually one of them dudes, a booster. And he kind of, I ain't even gonna say, but yeah, Cousin Capone is younger and he's a rapper. Big Cousin Kerry ain't doing no rapping. Lil Cousin Capone was a rapper. Actually, he's really actually Lil Cousin Capone, but we don't call him Lil Cousin Capone. He's actually Lil Cousin Capone, but we all call him Cousin Capone. Oh, I seen you post that picture, but I didn't know if it was new or old as far as him passing, man. My condolences to you, Big Devil, and your set, bro. Oh, okay. All right. That's all you got to say, Shayar. It's all good. Ain't no thing. Thunderdome stories. Yeah, but people don't really like me putting the Thunderdome stories out there. I actually got a video of a Thunderdome, but I'm not gonna put that out there. I sold it in the hood though. So it's out there, but I'm not gonna put it on the internet. So. Dudes feel like I'm making money off they put on, right? Making money off they squabbles, right? So I gotta respect the game. Legend has it that you did the smoothest running into Roger. Bro, if you know me, you know I can't dance. OG DJ Cass. That's DJ Captain Cold up out of Texas. Moved to Nevada. I just want Misha G to be my chat lady, but she don't like me, Kev. I don't know, man. I don't know who she like and don't like, but you stick around long enough, you get one up out of here, man. It may not be a Misha G. Who's dude that does the intro to your show? He got busy. I just answered that question. DJ Captain Cole. If it wasn't for Crystal, I wouldn't have known about this channel. Really? Crystal put you up on this channel? Thank you, Crystal, for spreading the word. Kevin Cooper, this ain't Kevin Cooper from Death Row. This ain't Kevin Cooper that escaped from Chino back in the day. This ain't Kevin Cooper that got railroaded, right? Keep the hood stories coming, Big Kev. I grew up in the 60s. What's your favorite city on the East Coast? Bronx, New York. I never went on tour with Ice-T, but I've been to some Ice-T shows. Yeah, I went in the shows with Ice-T, part of his entourage, where I didn't have to pay or wait in line. But no, I ain't never went on tour with Ice-T. You know how many babies I would have across this nation right now? The boogie down birthplace of hip hop. Yeah, that was a true story, man. Kelly Jamerson. Big Bodie got killed. Yeah, that was true. I mean, I wouldn't call Palisades a Crips school, but yeah, Crips went there. Um, you know what? I think we rode through Queens. I don't think we spent no time in Queens. Why does my super chat only allow everything to? Oh, you got to change it yourself. You got to change it yourself, bro. 99 cents is like the standard or whatever they put. So you got to manually change it to whatever you want it to be. What's the relationship between the 60s and Broadway? You know what? I try to articulate this before. I really don't know how. But in LA, I don't know if you're from LA or not. You have what I call natural enemies, natural rivals. So Broadway and 60s, we're enemies, so to speak. However, We don't go to war. We not at war. Like 60s ain't going to the Broadways to put in no work. And I don't think the Broadways are coming to the 60s to put in no work. So in the course of that, you have a lot of dudes that cool with Broadways and vice versa. 11 deuces and 5 deuces. But you're not going to see the 5 deuces in 60 hood. You're not going to see the 60s in 5 deuces hood. You might see one or two, you know what I mean? But so the relationship is a cold war, so to speak, or not really a beef. Let's put it like that. Ricardo Ramirez, good looking out. Did you ever play basketball at Angeles Mesa Elementary? Crenshaw High students would show up because the rims were low. First time I heard the word cuz. Really? But yeah, I'm not from Angela Mesa side. Never played hoops at Angela Mesa. Been by there. I want to say we played football up there once. I want to say. And I want to say we had like a meeting or something, or some way we end up there. Maybe it was over a fight or something. But no, I never played basketball up there. Didn't hang out up there like that. That was a whole totally different part of the hood that I didn't grow up in or hang around. Jerry Allen, there we go. Good looking out, my brother, my brother, my brother. Oh, well, we know, kid. But however, G Perico and Big Clean are cool with KMV. Neighborhoods and gangsters. Run me that blue Mac hoodie with the autograph. You know what's funny as hell? I was going through my closet looking for them purple Air Force Ones, and I seen this blue hoodie looking fresh, right? So I'm thinking it's like this one right here, right? So I slowly pulled it out, like, what hoodie is this? Because I got so many blue hoodies. I pull it out, man, it's the original kevmacvideos hoodie. I see why it's still fresh, because I didn't wear that shit. So that might be the one I could sign for somebody, right? It's still fresh, though. I was thinking about wearing that shit tonight. Did the Broadway start the Hoover Fire? I mean, that's what a lot of people say, but I couldn't answer that question honestly. No, I couldn't. First time I met G Perico, he was in a studio with Nip. Yeah, it's good to see a lot of youngsters that was messing around with each other in the studio, hanging out together, growing up together. I think that's good for the culture, man, as well as the individuals. So now you got a young G Perico that's a rep over there that's known nationwide, and he got love for the homie. And as it appears, he got love for the hood, right? I'm not saying that's the case, but that's how it appears. Like me and G Perico, we cling. I mean, we click real good, real easy, man. I like that young dude, man. I got a lot of respect for that young dude. They say that new G Perico crack. I haven't heard it yet, man. I was gonna buy it on Friday, but I didn't get around to it. And then I'm on this budget. I got 2 more days to go on this budget, and then I'll be back to being Mac for a little while. Right? Gangbangers life coach, what's up, homeboy? What's going on with you, man? Uncle Cubone stayed with her. Yeah, Cubone's straight. I mean, I don't know why I didn't mention Cubone, but I did mention the five dudes. Cubone's straight though. He got love for the hood, and the hood got love for. I think damn near every hood in LA got love for Cubone, man. He just always keeping it real and always trying to create a peaceful environment, man. And he care about our people. So yeah, Cubone as well. Kill Mac, do you have family from any blood hoods, man? Nah, not no. Nah, I don't. I got good friends from blood hoods. What do you think about organizations, former convicts, that try to build relationships between the police and the community? Hey man, that's the thing, man. I'm not out there committing crime. I'm not out there worried about them turning me in or none of that. So whatever they do, that's on them. That's their thing. As long as they ain't snitching, as long as they ain't putting nobody in prison, they all right with me. Off topic, how do you know what prison yard you're on? I mean, you get classified. You go through this thing called classification, and they actually talk to you, and they tell you what's going on. They ask you if you got enemies and that type of stuff, or if you have any ailments, any illnesses, or stuff like that, to where you need proper medical attention, or you can't survive in public, that type of stuff. But I'll be damned if you asking, how can somebody be on a PCR and not know? I don't know. I've never been on a PCR. Crenshaw went up to play State in the Bay and got stopped by the Lincoln High from Frisco. Yeah, y'all didn't beat them boys in LA though. Them boys that won the state. Let me hear you talk about that. St. John Bosco to be exact. Crystal, they trying to find your Instagram, Crystal. Kev, do you remember the 1980 days when brothers were wearing their starter jacket reverse? Yeah, I remember that dumb shit. Kev Mac, I can see they do always ask for war story history, so I hate to say it. War and Cali and Hood war stories, and Cali's most dangerous. Keep making videos about those so they can look at them. So Austin, Texas is endorsing you guys to go to these other channels if you're looking for war stories. Yeah, y'all go over there and do that. Crenshaw was good this year. Jerry Allen, rep for the Jerrys. Tom and Jerry. What's the ice cream, man? Ben and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, Ben and Jerry. Jerry and Jerry up in here. And I ain't got no problems with no Jerry's, man. There was a Jerry I was in prison with from OVG, though. And I don't know, man. Like Jerry, I don't know how solid Jerry turned out to be, man. Because I hooked Jerry up with mom-in-law. And I see Jerry stalking one of them funny kind, man. And I had to pull Jerry to the side, like, Jerry, what are you doing? Like, hey, Jerry. Jerry Springer's a good one. Jerry Rice. Okay, the Jerrys are deep up in here, even Jerry Curl. Oh, wow. Man. Kev Mac, man, I wish you quit asking that question, man. I don't know of any A-trays that live in 60 Hood. No. I have no idea if there was an A-tray in 60 Hood. Give me your top 5 gang robberies. I can mention some, but I'm not sure they're the top 5. I'm sure people will get offended. In fact, I'm going to just leave it alone. I'm going to stay out of that one because some people are going to be offended when I don't mention they said. And then some people are going to even be a little bit rattled that I do mention they said. So I'm going to leave that one alone for tonight. I'm going to stay away from that one. I'm sure the crowd can tell you. Because to say top 5 when you got all these gangs throughout Compton, the east side and the west side, man, I don't want to leave nobody out, man. There's a lot of dead homies in them big wars. Yeah, man, you ever been with that Asian woman? It depends what you mean been with. Yeah, I've been with them. I never was in a relationship with them. I hope the little guy, the 15 and 16-year-old aren't watching. I hope the teacher's not going to play this for his students. You ask, man, you on some late night stuff, man. We got 6 more minutes before I turn into that late night dude. You've been going to those massage spots, kid? Always, man. Always, man. Have I been going lately? No, not at all, man. What floor haven't you tasted? What flavor haven't you tasted? What flavor? I don't know about Jerry Heller, though. Wow. Well, shit, I don't know who the hell from the North and the South fought. I just know the North and the South fought. The obvious B and C wars. I mean, if it's obvious, there's no need to mention them, really, right? Hey, man, you got to get the happy beginning and the happy ending, man. Mac chocolate chip or red and white speck pigeon? Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to go with the chocolate chip. You know what type of bird I used to see when my brother bought me pigeons? I raised just a couple of them almond pigeons. I didn't see no almond pigeons later on in life. Still seen a few specks, but even the specks look different. Like we had grizzles. Remember the grizzles? As I got older, I didn't see no grizzles and almonds, but I seen a lot of specks. The black specks I like better than the white ones. Do you have alliance with anyone in the gangster car? I don't have no alliance with nobody but the Macheads and Maniacs. Skull did said it in your interview. Compton girl pull up. Wait a minute, I thought that was just your chat friend, man. You got her pulling up. Do all in-hoods get along? No, not always, no. For the most part, yeah, but neighborhoods beef too. I like a good girl type, man. See, the only real thing that I really pay attention to, like a gangster girl, like if you took Keisha Cole and she was from South Side or Park Village or something, Palmer Block or Nutty Block, then she's the baddest thing on earth. Like a hood girl like that is a shit. Like you give her extra points. Like now she's badder than what she would be if she was just a square, right? So the good girl, yeah, I prefer a good girl, but damn, the hood girl that look like one of them bad ones, she looks badder because now she know the game. She understands the male species, right? Crystal said, I just prefer a girl. I prefer island girls. I prefer foreign because if she foreign, she ain't born. Like American girls are boring. You got to get you one that's at least got parents from another country, right? You got to get you a freak like Nicki Minaj, Freak. I want a woman like Crystal. I feel you on that shit. Like, nigga, if you want to be honest, nigga, just go up the 5 freeway from LA to the Bay. Nigga, you pull over and pick you up a cow. Nigga. You pick up one of them animals that smell like cow manure, and you have a Crystal. Nigga, that's what Crystal look like. Crystal look like the cow with no milk left. Crystal look like the cow that been on the farm too long. Crystal look like the cow that been laying in cow manure and can't get up off the ground. Crystal look like the cow that the bull won't fuck with. I'm just playing, Miss Brain. Miss Brain, I'm just joking. I had to get you because you've been getting off on me and I ain't said nothing about you. The 60s had a lot of those Keisha Cole type chicks, short, light, and fine. I heard that. Compton girl, you next. You next, fool. Get off on you. No, because Crystal won't put a picture up. That's why. We don't know what Crystal looked like. That's why. Crip Street is Alondra. Ooh, Alondra's the Crip Street in Compton. Rosecrans versus Alondra. You know the Santana's on Rosecrans? Blood girls were so much prettier than Crip girls. I mean, it's a little bit of truth to that, to keep it real, but Compton's girl pull up on Eastie. Kel, what happened to baby girl from 60? I don't know, bro. Who's baby girl? Older woman? Older homegirl? Kel, oh man, come on, man. You killing me, dog. Tell Crystal to post a picture of what she used to look like. That would solve it all. My man said, what you used to look like, Crystal. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. They had some cool ones, man. I done bumped some cool girls that lived in Damu Hood, man. I ain't saying she was Damu. I ain't saying she messed with Damu Hood, but she lived in Damu Hood. They lived in Damu Hoods. I give them that. Hey, man, don't put that on me, Crystal. Texas want to know what you look like when you was young. Oh, man, cut it out. Crystal, if you don't make that love connection with Texas ain't never in here trying to holler at the girls. Austin, Texas coming here for two things, for the history and to ask questions. Now he wants to holler at you, Crystal. You have to accept. That's like the nigga that been with you for 10 years and pull out a ring. Will you marry me? Crystal, if you don't give Texas the time of day, girl, go on and send that dude a flick. Oh, Inglewood always had the cute girls, man. I'd be a damn fool if somebody try to argue that Inglewood didn't have no pretty girls. But I can also tell you something else about Inglewood. Hey, my Inglewood dudes, don't get mad at me. Don't disrespect me what I'm about to say. A lot of them pretty girls in Inglewood, they pretty big now. Like they twice my size, nigga. Or almost twice my size. Them big girls in Inglewood, nigga, I don't call them no more. Yeah, back in the day, I was crazy about I wouldn't call no girl that I knew from Inglewood from back in the day. I don't mess with them that big, my brother. I'm sorry, my nigga. Like, for real, man. Like, some fine girls didn't take care of themselves because they didn't think they needed to exercise or eat right. Some fine girls thought they were so fine they would never have a problem getting a man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, dog. Yeah, they went from pretty to being pretty big now. Man, I had a fine ass girlfriend in Inglewood, right? She was fine, man. She was so fine. She was small, nice figure, small waist. You know what I'm saying? She big B rat size now. Like nigga, dating her would be like dating big B rat, my nigga. So Inglewood got some fine. They had some fine women when I was coming up for sure. Even when I was an adult, they had some fine women in Inglewood. I got a laundry, huh? Windsor Hills got the finest women. That's what everybody say. I don't know, man. I had a couple, you know what I mean? But I don't know if they was the finest. Because when you go to Playboy Gangster Hood, Mansfield Hood, There's some fine women over there. Ugly chicks got attitudes. Nowadays, y'all niggas be lying too much. Man, the number of girls that were fine back in the game but fell off now are endless. Absolutely, Big Lee. I'm glad we can agree to that one. The pretty ones struggle to clean up well sometimes. No, I don't know about that one. A lot of pretty girls, in my estimation, kept themselves up very well. Why? What happened with Compton Girl, man? She didn't give my boy no play? Video. Gardena has, oh yeah, Gardena. But you know what? I think the finest girl that I met back in the day, no, I would say two of them. No, that's a lie. Three of the finest girls I met when I was young would have to be this girl that went to Hamilton. So she was West LA-ish. I want to say she was Playboy hood. This girl over there by the 111s. Ooh, she was fine. Ooh, man, she was one of the finest ever. I ain't gonna say her body was the best ever, but she was fine, man. She was bad. And this girl from way over there, not San Pedro, but what's that about San Pedro? She was fine, man. A girl named Michelle. She was fine, dog. I can't even think of the city over there by San Pedro. Is Fitzgerald up in here? My man say, no, not Wilmington, but you close. Harbor Gateway. Nah, when I hear the name, I remember it. Not Harbor City. Y'all close though. Damn, I can't think of the name for nothing. 74th Crenshaw to West. Lomita, there you go. She was from Lomita. Absolutely. Oh, she was so fun. Man, I wanted her so bad, bro. She came over once, but she didn't come in the house. Oh, she was bad. She had a baby after that and fell off. I wonder where she at nowadays. So Michelle from Lomita, I'm that dude on Eileen, across the street from the school. I'm that dude. Met you on Slauson Avenue. Yeah. Holla at me though. I want to see what you look like. Like if you're not over 280 pounds, like I want to take you on a date. I gotta kind of figure out how many cakes you could eat in one night so I know what my budget is when I take you out. Compton High had the best females in the whole world. See, now we talking Keisha Coles, right? All black women are fine. There's no way around it. Okay, then, okay. In 1984, I had a Crenshaw cheerleader named Tina. I don't remember Tina. But I knew the girls at Crenshaw, man. I couldn't get a girl at Crenshaw though. I could feel on them. I could talk nasty to them, but I couldn't get them. They didn't like me. I didn't have no Louis Vuitton and no Gucci. Like the Crenshaw girls in 1984 and 85, nigga, they went for the niggas with Gucci and Louis. They went for the basketball team or quarterback on the football team. I still felt on them though. I still talk nasty to them. Westchester, Hamilton, Palisades had to be. How you gonna leave out Fairfax and Uni? Like you cannot say Westchester, Hamilton, Palisades without saying University and Fairfax, bruh. Come on now, keep it 100. I don't know about Dorsey girls, man. When I went to Dorsey, man, I couldn't wait to go back home. Like Dorsey, I mean, they had some cool bras. Don't get me wrong, but when I went to Dorsey, bro, for summer school, nigga, I'm trying to get in and out of school. I ain't thinking about no female. I had a Crenshaw cheerleader in '93. Washington High was so hood, it was lean on me bad. Oh yeah, St. Bernard's for sure. Yeah, St. Bernard's had them back in the day. In the '80s, they had them. I don't remember who was the most popular in Crenshaw back then, but I would say the basketball team was real popular. The finest I met in Long Beach. She was Hawaii. Yes, Compton High in the '80s was insane. I might could pull out a story about a broad I met from Compton. I met her at Quick and Split on Slauson and Crenshaw. I'll never forget. It was this tow truck, and there was these two fine-looking girls. But one was my type of fine. And I pull up the Quick and Split with my shy ass on them things, on them Dana Danes. I get out, I'm looking, and they looking. And they laughing. But wait a minute, who are these hoes in my hood laughing at me? Bitch, what's your name? Rachel. Rachel? Oh, yeah? Well, what's so funny? Oh, we laughing because the dude that was in that tow truck, he was messing with himself, and we thought it was funny. Like, he was so small, and he skeeted, and that was that. Oh, all right, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. But can I get your phone number? And she gives me her phone number. And I call her. She don't answer. I call. She don't answer. I call. The number don't work. That bitch, like, she was a dream. Like, man, she gave me the wrong number. You know how a man feel when you get the wrong number from abroad? About exactly, and I mean this ain't no fake story, about 365 days later, maybe 366 days later. A year later, I get a phone call, and it's Rachel. Whoa, Rachel. She like, you remember me? Hell yeah, I remember you. You done came in my life and ran off so fast, gave me a bullshit number. What's going on? She like, hey, I'm over in Inglewood. I thought about you. Why don't you come by? I shoot over to Inglewood to see her. Her and her friend that was with her when we met. Friend fell off big time in a year, but nevertheless, they invite me up into the apartment. I'm up in the apartment, horny as hell. Like I've been off some horny goat weed or some shit. Thinking I'm gonna get some. Ooh, she was still fine. Ooh, she was fine. She had a nice body, nice sweet girl. And she said, "All right, I'm getting ready to go. Bye, Kev." Oh man, this girl be playing games. Nothing happened. She called me again later down the line and told me to come over. She was in Long Beach in the 20s. She called me over. Holy shit, Rachel done called me over. I go over to Rachel's house. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, she was everything that I thought she was. So sweet, so nice, so tender, so cool. Last time I seen Rachel, nigga, I didn't never want to see Rachel again. I don't know how Rachel went from so small and petite to so large and out of shape. Man, my dream ended quick. Rachel, if you're watching, no disrespect, but you strung me along, and this is what happens when you string people along. My first love lived in the J's. Man, if I met a broad that lived in the J's, she could stay there. That's for damn sure. I used to go to Jay's though when my homie was stalking this girl. We had a few run-ins with the Black Peace Stones, and I'm like, nigga, I'm over here getting into it with some bloods for another nigga and his girl. I didn't like that too much. But you know, when you're young and stupid and high-headed. But yeah, I couldn't go to the J's for myself. No. Actually, I went over there later in life when I was older. I used to tell her, I used to call, I'm coming down the street, come outside. Like, be outside. You better be outside. Pull up and she ain't never outside. I'm finna go around the block. I'll be back. Give her time to come outside. She still don't be outside. Then one time, I'm waiting and waiting. She tell me, just park down the street. I'll be out. Well, I don't want to park down the street. There's some bloods out there. So I'm going to pull up to the apartment and wait. She walks outside with a nigga red down. I'm like, holy shit. I'm getting ready to pull off. I'm getting ready to take off, right? And she looked like she don't even know me. But dude give a nod here and shit. So I'm like, all right. I put my shit in park. I jump out. What's up? He like, oh, ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. All right, cool. I'm glad. And then she comes and gets in the car. Boy, I must have read her right so bad. Try growing up in Venice and your first love is in Sotella. Oh, man, I could imagine because the Sotellas hated Venice. But I'm getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. We done 2.5 hours, man. I'm tired. Hey, y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for the cash apps and super chats. Y'all take it easy. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.